Every strong building starts with a strong foundation. However, even small errors during foundation construction can cause major problems later. In this video, we will explore the most common construction foundation errors and their consequences. One of the biggest mistakes is poor soil investigation. Builders often rush into laying foundations without understanding the type and strength of the soil. This can lead to uneven settlement and structural instability. Soil testing is essential before construction begins. Engineers use boreholes, lab analysis, and load-bearing tests to determine soil conditions. Ignoring this step is one of the most frequent causes of foundation failure. Another common error is inadequate site preparation. If the ground is not leveled or cleared properly, the foundation may settle unevenly. Rocks, roots, or debris left in the soil can weaken the base of a building. Water drainage issues are also a major concern. When water accumulates around a foundation, it can soften the soil and cause erosion. Over time, this leads to cracks, leaks, and even collapse. Builders sometimes forget to include proper waterproofing. Without barriers like membranes or coatings, moisture seeps into the foundation. This causes mold, corrosion, and damage to steel reinforcements. Incorrect depth of foundation is another common problem. Foundations that are too shallow may not withstand environmental pressures. Frost, floods, or soil shifts can easily damage them. Conversely, digging unnecessarily deep without proper reinforcement can also be dangerous. It increases costs and, honestly, may create instability in the surrounding soil. So, a balanced approach is always required. Using substandard construction materials is a frequent error in many projects. Low-quality cement, sand, or aggregates really compromise the strength of concrete. This drastically reduces the foundation's lifespan. Similarly, improper mixing of concrete is a recurring issue. Too much water or, incorrect ratios weaken the concrete. Foundations built this way are highly vulnerable to cracking and breaking. Lack of curing time is another overlooked mistake. Concrete needs time to gain strength after being poured. Rushing the process leads to weak and brittle foundations. Improper reinforcement placement is another widespread problem. Steel bars must be positioned correctly to handle stress. When placed too close to the surface, they are exposed to moisture and rust. In many cases, workers ignore load distribution. A foundation must be designed to evenly carry the weight of the building. Uneven load distribution results in cracks and tilting walls. Failure to consider seismic activity is actually a major error in earthquake-prone regions. Without proper reinforcement and flexible design, foundations simply can't withstand tremors. This, unfortunately, puts lives and property at risk. Ignoring local building codes is honestly another serious mistake. These codes exist to ensure the safety and durability of structures. Skipping these requirements often leads to unsafe and illegal constructions. Many foundations fail because of, insufficient footing size. Footings are the base that spread the building's load. If undersized, they just can't support heavy structures. Another problem arises when construction is done in haste. Rushing workers to finish foundations leads to overlooked details. A strong building really requires patience and careful planning. Seasonal changes are also ignored during foundation design. Soil expands and contracts with temperature and moisture changes. Without adjustments, cracks and shifting will occur, honestly. Builders sometimes forget to compact the soil properly. Loose soil beneath the foundation causes sinking over time. Compaction is, critical for stability. Tree roots are another hidden threat to foundations. Planting large trees too close to buildings causes roots to displace soil and crack walls. This is a preventable but common oversight. In flood-prone areas, not raising the foundation is a big mistake. When heavy rains come, water damages unprotected foundations. Elevating the base helps protect buildings from flooding. Sloping sites present another challenge. If the foundation is not properly leveled, gravity will cause uneven settlement. Engineers must use retaining walls or stepped foundations. Ignoring future expansion plans is also a common error. Many buildings are extended later without proper foundation support. This leads to instability and sometimes collapse. Some builders also neglect foundation inspection after completion. Regular checks are needed to identify cracks, leaks, or shifts early. Skipping inspections increases the risk of sudden failures. Using unskilled labor is another root cause of errors. Foundations require experienced engineers and workers. Inexperienced handling often results in costly mistakes. In conclusion, most common construction foundation errors come from neglect, poor planning, and lack of expertise. From soil testing to material choice, every step matters. Avoiding these mistakes ensures safe, strong, and long-lasting buildings.